Ladies and gentlemen of the court, today we're presenting Exhibit A, WEBTOON Entertainment's third quarter financial report. And what we've discovered is surprisingly dramatic. Revenue is up, but profits, they went down. So let's break down the facts, the evidence, and what this means for creators, investors, and fans of digital comics. In Q3 2025, WEBTOON reported 8.7% revenue growth, bringing in about $378 million. That's a solid increase from last year, but here's the twist: despite that growth, the company posted a net loss of roughly $11 million. Last year, same quarter, they were profitable, pulling in around $20 million, so revenue went up, but profits went in the opposite direction. And Your Honor, this is where our investigation begins. Let's start with the positives because WEBTOON did have some strong wins this quarter. Evidence of strength: IP adaptation skyrocketed, giving WEBTOON more partnerships and more visibility. Their biggest moneymaker, paid content, remains strong with nearly $287 million in revenue. WEBTOON is signing major strategic deals. A digital comics partnership with Disney Entertainment, adaptation deals with Warner Brothers Animation. These are not small players. This is WEBTOON stepping into the big leagues. So the revenue growth makes sense. They're expanding, they're investing, they're building franchises. But now, let's look at the other side of the case, because revenue growth doesn't automatically mean profit. Where things went wrong: WEBTOON reported lower advertising revenue, an area that usually helps balance their ecosystem. Certain user engagement metrics dipped, especially monthly active users in some regions. Operating costs went up, likely due to content production, licensing, technology investments, global expansion. It all adds up, and even if revenue is growing, rising costs can flip the final number negative. Let's submit another piece of evidence where WEBTOON's money is coming from. Revenue by region: Japan, $179 million; Korea, $153 million; rest of the world, $46 million. Japan and Korea remain the backbone. The US and global markets, growing, but not dominating yet. And finally, WEBTOON gave guidance for Q4, and it wasn't exactly encouraging. They expect revenue to decline to 5%, and they're preparing for another loss up to around $6.5 million. So while they're growing, they're also bracing for turbulence. So what's the verdict? The reality: WEBTOON is scaling fast, they're going global, they're adapting IP, they're partnering with major studios. But scaling costs money, a lot of money, and right now, those investments are pushing them into short-term losses. For creators, more adaptations gives more opportunities, but monetization models might shift depending on ad revenue and engagement. For investors, this is a long-term play. WEBTOON is clearly aiming for the Netflix model: grow big now, gives profit later. For fans, bigger partnerships mean more shows, more comics, and more expansion of the stories you love. So, court is adjourned. WEBTOON's revenue is rising, their influence is growing, but their profits are taking a temporary backseat. The big question is, will these investments pay off in the long run? That's what we'll be watching heading into Q4. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dive content, and let me know, do you think WEBTOON is on the right path?